So long press the mode button, there you have, put it on to sport, select, you're ready for the launch. There are very few motorcycles in this world where you can take up for a race without even knowing whom you're gonna compete with. And the Ducati Panigale V4 is one among them. Guys, welcome to the video of the Panigale V4. Truly a terrific piece of engineering in every aspect. Look at the aesthetics, look at the way the engine has been designed. I mean, I generally don't dwell too much on the aesthetic sense of any motorcycle, but this time just allow me to dive into the beauty of the Panigale V4. The way this motorcycle has been made, it's like absolutely brilliant. Look at those headlights. It looks so mean, it looks so devilish. And the way all these plastics has been bound off, absolutely a masterpiece work. And the iconic way that Ducati has designed the tail section of this motorcycle. Oh my god. And that too with the 200 section right there. I don't know whether you can ask anything more than this in terms of beauty of a motorcycle. And there are many other things that you have to look for when you are looking for a Panigale V4. And this is certainly not a best road motorcycle, but one of the best race motorcycle that you can buy. And I have to be honest that yesterday I was riding this motorcycle on the highway, and oh my god, the way it delivers the power is like amazing. This 1103cc motor can produce a 214 bhp and 124 newton meters of torque. That is like amazing for a motorcycle like this. I mean, those power figures are just enough to make other motorcycles just vanish in the rearview mirror. And these are not just the things that which is very special with the Ducati Panigale. Of course, this comes with a lot of riding modes and a lot of electronics, and I have to say that this is a brilliant piece of engineering from Ducati. So let's just get into the things that is there in the instrument cluster. I'll show a few things over there. So in this angle, this motorcycle is like beauty, ultimate beauty. I can't ask for anything better than this. And you might have seen that I have almost planted foot on both sides, even though I'm a short guy. The reason is because the height of this motorcycle has been reduced. The riding stance is like truly aggressive. You can see that I have to tuck down. It's a race motorcycle. The way this clip-on has been designed is like truly a race model, because the handlebar, this piece of handlebar is like this, so you always have that racing stance. And these are steering dampeners, and it comes with Showa suspension in the front that too fully adjustable. Let's look at the instrument cluster. My goodness, it has a lot of stuff. So on my left hand side I have the mode selector here. So if I long press this button, I could see what all modes I have. So this has street, which has various levels of traction controls, ABS, wheelie control, and all those things. So by the way, this motorcycle comes with traction control, cornering ABS, wheelie control, slide control, and there is a berth control also. I'll tell you what it is at a later part of the video, so wait for it. So this is the street mode, and you have the sport mode, and you have the race mode where you have less of electronics, more of power, and you have to be very careful with this mode. So I was riding in the sport and the street, and the power is like overwhelming. I have to get into a track to utilize the race mode that you see over here. So the dial contains a large tachometer where it shows the red line is 14.5k rpm, and I bet you that going past 6k rpm on this motorcycle is like devilish. I mean, the kind of power this motorcycle delivers post 6k rpm, you don't have to wait for the 6k rpm, but I have to tell that if you're not comfortable with a liter class motorcycles, definitely you're going to be getting scared when this motor goes off for 6k rpm. It's like in the second gear I was trying to do a red line, just trying to be so dare that I'm just trying to do a red line yesterday, and the red line in the second gear is somewhere 194 km per hour, and I could do somewhere in 170, and the character of this motorcycle is like, it's like a racing bull. Oh my god, I just can't believe that. So yeah, it has that last tachometer and the gear position indicator. Here's the speedometer, and it has hell lot of information, where what is the current traction control, what is the wheelie control settings, and you have a heat level sensor over here. So the only one negative side that I have to say about this instrument cluster is it doesn't have a fuel indicator. I mean, how much fuel is left in the fuel tank, but it just tell you when it get reserved so that you can fill the fuel. So if you are thinking that I'm doing a lot of blah blah on this motorcycle, just go ahead in the timeline. You can see the section where I'm riding this motorcycle, but I'll tell you that just wait for some more time so that I explain all the things with this motorcycle and we can go ahead for that. So this motorcycle comes with Brembo brakes, and it's like amazing brakes. I think I almost did a stop yesterday. Brilliant brakes, definitely not at all beginner friendly. And of course this is a track focused motorcycle, so of course not anything for a beginner. And the single sided swing arm, it looks so sexy, and the way you can dip onto the corners is like amazing. Out of my surprise, actually, the suspension is little onto a softer side. I thought it'll be really hard, but it's a little onto a softer side. And yesterday I got an open highway onto this section and a forest road onto this section where I have lot of humps, but I was enjoying the motorcycle in this direction when there was open roads. Like yeah, I could go somewhere near to 200 km/h. I didn't try anything more than that because it is very brutal. Even in the 6th gear you'll find that the motorcycle is like jumping out of you. It's a little difficult to control if you are coming from a 600cc. Also on the section where there were a lot of speed bumps and bad roads, this motorcycle was struggling. Again, the reason is it's a race spec motorcycle. And yeah, this motorcycle can do a 0 to 300 km/h in less than 13 seconds. Can you believe it? 0 to 100 in somewhere in 2.5 seconds and 0 to 300 in 13 seconds. And there are many other things that I have to talk about the Panigale. We'll see on the road. Before that, I'll just make you hear the sound of this motorcycle, which is like really mean. There are some cows over here. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna scare them. So it's a typical Ducati where you swipe up the kill switch, and it's in the gear now. Let me just put it onto neutral. It's in neutral. Let's fire it up. Quite an amazing sound. In low end it feels really nice to hear, and when it goes to the top end it feels like a MotoGP vehicle. So let's see on the road. And here we are back on highway. This is going to be fun. Let's take it off. So I forgot to tell one thing. This is a V4 engine, so not the typical superbike sound that you expect from any other 1000cc. Those are inline, and this is a V4. So probably if you have watched this video until now, you know all the engine configuration. You might be knowing what V4 is, but yeah, just want to tell you that this doesn't sound like a typical superbike, but this sounds like a race bike. Let's fire it up. It's in street mode now. It feels like thunder. Awesome. My goodness, what a bike. So now you might have seen that I didn't use my clutch for any of the upshift and downshift. So this comes with a clutchless upshift and downshift. Yes, you can use the clutch, but it's a little onto a heavier side, so this clutchless shifting is like a very blessing. This is in street mode now. Let's have some fun putting onto the sport. So if you are on very low RPM, then you have to use the clutch for shifts. So long press the mode button. There you have. Put it onto sport. Select. You're ready for the launch. My God. The thing is, even though I'm much comfortable with all these speeds, this is scaringly accelerating. The acceleration is the one thing which makes you afraid on this motorcycle. Truly built for the track. And few things I wanted to tell about this motorcycle from an ownership point of view. So first question, what is the on-road cost? My friend Wandering Malu bought this motorcycle for 24 lakh a year back. Sorry, 25 lakh a year back, and now it is 28 lakh on road. And the next thing from ownership aspect is the service cost. So generally it is done once in 10,000 kilometers or once in a year, and it will cost somewhere from 12 to 14k. And there is a Desmo service which is coming once in 25,000 kilometer, which will cost you something like 50k. And the final question, you know what it is. Be it a Ducati or be it a Chandrayaan mission, Indians will be asking this question, that kitna deti hai? So this motorcycle will give on an average from 13 to 15 km per liter, which is like a good thing. And in the console it was showing 16 km per liter for the entire journey of this motorcycle. I mean entire lifetime of this motorcycle. So in that sense it is a pretty decent mileage that you can get from this kind of a motorcycle. But definitely this motorcycle is not for roads or not for highways. This is purely meant for track. And my friend Wandering Malu, I feel sad for him because he uses this for street as well as touring majorly, and he's planning to hit the track, but he is using this for tours. This kind of a riding posture is like very aggressive. Very aggressive means very aggressive, especially for tours. Man, you cannot tour like this for a long time. Like I have to keep my head stretched a bit to see the road itself. That means the lean angle of my body is too much. I mean this is the extreme of super sport ergonomics, and you have a racer foot peg, and the handlebars are like wow, perfectly where you want. In the sense, truly a track bike. And I really love to take this motorcycle on the track, but I think I'll take some more time riding some 600s on the track before taking this beast on the track, because this is like very raw. I mean, I have to say that you should have good experience. Things will fly by to you if you don't know how to use the throttle also. So we are in sport mode, and this motorcycle is like surging like anything, and this does a 0 to 300 kilometer in 13 seconds. Can you believe it? And it does a 0 to 100 in 2.5 seconds. It's almost like you are opening your WhatsApp and this motorcycle would have crossed 150 kmph barrier. I think the wheelie control settings are onto a bit lower side. It's popping a wheelie, and like it's true power, true surge of power. You cannot control it. This is like an amazing motorcycle, and never in my wildest dreams I thought that I'll be riding this Panigale V4, which is the devilish kid which got delivered first in God's own country. And oh my god, such an awesome motorcycle. So in the beginning I have told few things like some traction control, wheelie control, and finally one more thing like the birth control. So what is a birth control on a Ducati? I was just kidding, no hates on that. The only one thing is like, since this is a perfect track motorcycle and it's a V4 configuration, this motorcycle heats up like anything. I mean like anything in the sense anything. If it's under 60-70 speed, then you're gonna have a really bad time surviving on this motorcycle, because it heats up literally bad and it burns your thighs and very important part of your body as well. So yes, there is a chance that yes, this is an automatic birth control. If you don't give proper stops during your rides, if you're taking it for tours or just roaming around in the city itself, just try to take breaks even if you are riding in the city, because I cannot explain how much it will heat when you're riding in city, because all these frame also, these all the things that you see over here will get heated up, and you can feel that. Oh my god. And Ducati had made this machine like next level extraterrestrial motorcycle. I'm not just kidding. Like if you turn off the wheelie control, you have your front wheel in the air. Oh boy, this clutchless upshift and downshift are like and the way it corners is like amazing, man. But I was not cornering so well over there because it's an undivided road and it's a public road. This is not the place where I have to show my skills. If I wanna take it wholeheartedly, I have to take it to a track. Otherwise, like, no point in spoiling this motorcycle. I'm really afraid in that sense. You might have seen that it might have come to somewhere in 160, 170, but it's not about top speed, man. It's not at all about top speed. It's about the brutal acceleration. And finally, what are the problems that I see on this motorcycle? And of course, I know that Ducati has an answer for that. First thing, it heats up a lot. Ducati answers, it's a track bike, buddy. Take it to the track. Second thing, it doesn't have a fuel level indicator. Again, Ducati replies saying that it's a track motorcycle, man. You don't need that on the track. And the third thing, the ergonomics are like very uncomfortable for tours. Again, Ducati replies, it's a bloody damn track machine, man. This is not the place where you have to ride it. Uh-oh, this is what I told. This road is not so safe. Like, some people is rushing on the road, having a good time, it seems. It takes a lot of stamina to hold on to this motorcycle. That's what I told. It's a very raw motorcycle. You have to have a good stamina. Track is the best place to try this. This road is not at all safe. I don't want to risk myself now. Okay, thanks for watching, and I hope you like this video. This is like a dream come true for me. I'm really thankful to my friend Wandering Malu to give this motorcycle, give it a try. Yesterday we came in this road and it was raining like anything. I couldn't shoot any video. So today the weather is good and I got a really nice time. I actually enjoyed this motorcycle on the highways, but I really hated it when it came to those forest sections where there were a lot of bad roads. The road was there, a lot of speed bumps, and I think the government just took an algorithm in the sense that, okay, just make sure that the Ducati doesn't go beyond first gear. And of course the Ducati goes in 125 in the first gear. So as always, show some love in the form of likes and comments. See you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.